Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be a first impressions video. In today's first impressions video, we are taking a look at my Benelli M1 Super 90. And before we get this video started, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, which is, of course, Seal One. I've been using Seal One for years, and they have been one of the biggest supporters of firearm freedom that this channel has ever seen. I cannot thank Seal One enough, and they make a wide variety of cleaning and maintenance supplies, from standard bio-based Seal One paste to liquid. It smells bizarrely good. I don't know why it smells so good, but it's awesome. And it also cleans really, really well. They also have a wider variety of bow care product and Sub-Zero stuff, and they even have aerosol CLP as well. So they have really everything in between, and they're also giving you guys a 25% off discount code when you use their website, and that discount code is FF-25. So if you click the link down in the description, it'll bring you to their website. At checkout, FF-25 gets you 25% off of your order. I love shotguns. Have you guessed that already? Have you not understood that from all of my videos that I put out of the tactical defensive shotgun? I love everything about them. They are kind of my heart and soul. Is the shotgun the best defensive choice out there? Absolutely freaking not. They have a lot of downsides. I've made videos on shotguns in general for defense many times before on my channel that you can check out. But there's just still something about the devastation that a shotgun has and the violence that it has at the range that keeps drawing my heart back to shotguns. And this shotgun in particular has everything that I love, and that is exactly why I couldn't pass it up. You heard me right, it's a Benelli M1 Super 90, but the really cool thing about this older M1 Super 90, it is imported by H&K, and that was something that was really, really interesting in Benelli's history. At this point in time, back in the late 70s, early 80s, Benelli was still kind of up and coming in the United States, and they were kind of looked at as great shotguns, but I'm not even going to do them dirty in saying that it was like the Turkish import shotgun at that point in time, but it was definitely just another imported shotgun. This was the time where you still had things like the Remington 1100s and 1187s that were absolutely taking over the United States semi-automatic shotgun world. You had other shotguns that were floating around as well, but for the vast majority of police shotguns that you saw out there and other tactical shotguns, they were all US made. So in seeing Benelli come in, a lot of people respected H&K at the time, and H&K decided to, after I believe a very, very, very short stint in trying to create their own shotgun, they were going to import this Benelli M1 Super 90. And that is what you see here in front of you. Now, very shortly after this time, in the late 80s, right around early 90s-ish, Benelli started importing these shotguns. So this is a very rare opportunity to take a look at one of the HK imports. Now, they are not like thousands upon thousands of dollars rare, but they are definitely harder to come by and more desirable in the Benelli line of shotguns. So this has not only my love of shotguns, but also my love of H&K and the 80s just all wrapped into one. And I am beyond jazzed up to get this thing on the tabletop for review. The other thing that I thought was interesting is there's like no videos out there on YouTube about the M1 Super 90, especially about the HK import M1 Super 90. And I don't know exactly why that is. You'd think this would be a much more popular shotgun for other YouTubers to be talking about, but they are, again, a little bit more rare. I picked this up for around close to $1,100, which in this day and age of 2023 is about what you're going to see as a good price on a Benelli M1 Super 90. You're probably going to see these things coming in closer to about $1,300, $1,400, and really the sky is the limit if you have a box and other things. This one in particular had a kind of crappier Weaver rail mount on the top, and you can see that's where that little set screw was that pressed into the receiver for that rail, and it did not have the trigger pin. Now, luckily, I was able to find the trigger pin on eBay, and I was able to take that off and replace it so that I had the standard flat top that you would generally see on these Super 90s. Now, from what I can tell, I don't have an exact age on this one in particular, but from what I was reading, it seems like it is one of the earlier M1 HK imports, and that is because primarily you're seeing these more pistol-style sights up here at the top rather than the ghost ring sights that came on the later variations, and then also this has the full one-piece magazine tube, whereas some of the later variations did have a two-piece magazine tube, and that had to do with band-era shotguns and other things like that. So that is just my assumption, but I don't really have any way to tell. I did add on one of the S-Tac elastic shotgun cards on the other side, and this has been working out great at the range. I personally view this absolutely as a bomb-proof defensive shotgun. So for me, this is not a sit in the safe and never touch it shotgun. I bought this not only for the cool factor, but also to use all the time at the range and have it sitting in a defensive role. Other than the mark here and a very, very light amount of bluing wear on the top of the barrel here, this thing is in basically immaculate condition. And it does have the factory original pistol grip stock, which, as some of you guys mentioned in the photo that I posted on YouTube about this, the length of pull is insane on this stock. It is definitely very, very long and not my preference. But I noticed that at the range, it's actually still completely usable. Now, the sling that I'm running on this, even though it's a first impressions video, I couldn't help myself. I had to add a few things to it, is a Magpul standard MS1 sling. And I have this looped into the factory sling mount that's right here in the front, and that can be swapped around to either side or underneath with these little notches here. And then also you have a sling loop portion on either side of the stock, and I just looped a piece of paracord because it's a very skinny sling mount loop. You're not going to fit something like this through it, but a little bit of paracord makes it work out great. And to top it off, we got some goon tape on the grip. The grip texture is actually fine, but it's more of a rubberized grip and it sticks to a lot of clothing, so the goon tape helps that out. Make sure it does not stick to anything else that you're rolling with on your kit. And this M1 Super 90 is going to house Benelli's very much famous inertia-driven recoil operating system. And I love it. I love everything about the Inertia system. It is going to operate just off of what it says in the name, inertia. So you have kind of a multi-part bolt here, rotate into position and utilize the recoil to cycle the action and get the next round into the chamber. This is also going to help out a little bit in the way of recoil, and it is going to allow you to have essentially a standard shotgun up here in the front. You don't have all of your O-rings and gas valves and things going on that you would generally have on a semi-automatic shotgun. Underneath this handguard is just the mag tube, and it's super easy to take apart. There's nothing really going on, and I love that. Now, how did this system and shotgun overall shoot at the range? It shot like a dream. This thing is sick. And the other reason why I love the Inertia system from Benelli is it is one of the fastest recoil operating systems for semi-automatic shotguns out there. You guys heard me mention a few times with my 1187 video that I had a little bit of an issue outrunning the action on that 1187, and on this I had none of those issues. As fast as I could pull the trigger is as fast as those rounds were going downrange, and this thing is fast. If you want to just blast off with the 12 gauge, This thing is going to get you there with speed. So if you're looking for a fast tactical shotgun, the Benelli Inertia system, it's no secret by this point, is an incredibly good system to have. Now, originally, this shotgun would have had a different charging handle to my knowledge. It would have had a slightly smaller knurled charging handle, and this one is what appears to be a GG&G replacement. This was on it when I purchased the shotgun used, and this is exactly what I would have put on the shotgun anyways, so I decided to keep it on with no issue. On top of it being easy to take apart with the handguard and forend section up at the top, the bolt is very easy to get out. It has a small tail behind it, it's one standard bolt, and it's very similar to a pump action shotgun. And guys, that is going to wrap up this incredible shotgun's first impressions video. If you have any other questions about this gun or anything else on the channel, please throw them down below in the comment section and I absolutely will get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description, check out the ways to support the channel, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.